WrestleMania 41 is tomorrow, so here are my predictions for the entire WrestleMania. Starting off with night 1. There's been a leak saying that Gunter and Jey Uso will be the first match of the night, so let's start there. This feud has really heated up in the last month or so, especially after Gunter beat the absolute crap out of Jimmy Uso. I'm kind of excited for this. I predicted Jey Uso to actually win back in the Royal Rumble, so I'm kind of excited to see. As for the match, I don't think Gunter's going to hold the title after this, as Jey Uso literally has a presence of just being a world champion. I honestly think Gunter's reign has been very, very stale this time around. Compared to his Intercontinental one, yeah, it kind of dragged out a little bit. At least he had many title defenses during his long reign as the Intercontinental Champion. This one, I don't feel like he has. He's had a lot of matches. He hasn't actually defended the title that much. So for me, the winner's going to be Jey Uso. Next up, I see being the War Raiders versus the New Day. This tag team division on Raw is not as good as the one on SmackDown, but I will say the War Raiders being the champions just still makes sense. So I honestly think that the War Raiders are going to still beat the New Day, even though the New Day now have like kind of reformed, kicked out Big E and, you know, all that sort of stuff. But they're just not the tag team that they used to be. And I still see the War Raiders actually being a good team to still hold the titles. Yeah, they might lose, but there needs to be more competition over on Raw. Compared to SmackDown, where they've like redefined this whole division now, is like really good, and I'm kind of liking the tag team matches now. There's no tag team division on Raw. Like, who's actually there? There's the War Raiders, and then there's the New Day, but they haven't even been able to be in a segment for like the last 6 months, and then they just get a title shot all of a sudden. So I kind of see the War Raiders actually winning this, carrying on to at least Backlash. But there needs to be another team, or they need to redefine the Raw tag team division to actually do something with it. They're the Alpha Academy and they got LWO, but they're not doing anything. They're in a feud with each other. Like, it's not working out. They need to make an actual division over on Raw to make these titles worth something. I still think War Raiders are a very good team, don't get me wrong, but they're kind of the only team over on Raw that can hold the titles. If New Day was actually able to get a segment in and maybe be heels and like attack people more than what they did, then yeah, maybe they could redefine it. But for the most part, I see the War Raiders actually winning this match. Next up, we've got Rey Mysterio versus El Gran Americano, or Chad Gable. This is the worst storyline I think that they've had in the Triple H era so far, but I also don't think that they're going to let Chad Gable win. If they do, they'll probably unmask Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio hasn't lost at WrestleMania since 2022. For me, if they actually make Rey Mysterio lose this match just to have Chad Gable be over as this new luchador, is going to be completely stupid. Like, how are you going to have this gimmick and then have him unmask luchadors, because that's like a sacred thing? It's just not right. So in my opinion, Rey Mysterio has to win this match to save the luchadors, I guess is the best way to put it. And I think what will happen in that match is Rey Mysterio will actually unmask El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, and expose him. But yeah, that's how I see that match going, and I honestly hope it puts an end to this goddamn storyline. Next up, we've got Jade versus Naomi. This match has kind of been building for literally like half a year now. Ever since Jade got attacked and we found out who her attacker was, which was Naomi. I honestly didn't think it was Naomi when it happened. I thought it would be Bianca for sure. But now that the big three is kind of split up and Jade and Naomi are actually fighting, I don't see Naomi winning this. I like that they've decided to go with a heel turn. I just can't really see her that much as a heel. I kind of like her as a babyface a bit more. I'd honestly love to see Jade Cargill as a heel. We kind of seen her a little bit when she come back at Elimination Chamber, and it was kind of interesting, like, to see her go and beat the absolute shit out of Naomi. She 100% has the potential to be a good heel. I just don't think Naomi's right to be a heel at the moment. But I honestly see this match being kind of a bit of a squash match, or ending in DQ really quickly. But in my opinion, I honestly think it's going to be Jade Cargill that wins. Next up on the card, we've got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This match, I think, could be match of the night, other than the triple threat later on, purely for the sake of this could be Jacob Fatu's first title win in WWE. He's slowly been put over by the crowd, and everyone loves him. I don't mind LA Knight's run, but it also, like Gunter's, has been very stale. The same with LA Knight's first reign when he defeated Logan Paul to win his first title. Didn't go anywhere. There was just nothing. There needs to be more title defenses or a little bit of more of a storyline. Like Shinsuke come back, won the title, and then kind of disappeared. I mean, he had some family stuff. Disappeared, come back, and then lost it again because they were doing nothing with him. So they gave it back to LA Knight, and in my opinion, they've kind of done nothing really with it. They've built this Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman feud up a bit more since like the start of the year, and that would have been cool. I honestly would have loved to have seen Braun Strowman win the title and then have Jacob Fatu and then Braun Strowman and have a last man standing match like they had 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. I think it would have been a really good match for the crowd at WrestleMania. My pick, I've got Jacob Fatu winning his first US title. Next up, we've got the most boring feud happening at WrestleMania, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I'm not going to say too much on this. If Charlotte wins, I riot. I'm not even kidding. I'm not going to be happy. I honestly think Tiffy deserves it. They just need to have Charlotte lose at Mania again, but not have a title in her hands to lose. I just think it's stupid to even have her come back, win the Royal Rumble, and be straight into a new title match. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid. There were definitely other competitors in the Royal Rumble that could have won, I think, in my opinion, which could have been like Roxanne Perez. They kind of don't know what to do with her at the moment. They could have literally had her be in the match with Tiffy. That would have been really good. But then again, they're also going to let an NXT rookie just win the Royal Rumble. They could have even had someone else like Alexa Bliss be in there. That would have been good. But I just honestly, this feud is kind of boring and not that entertaining at all. Literally, the only thing that I found funny was Tiffy calling out her for her divorces, and she's going to break her dad's record, and I thought that was hilarious. Like I said, I want Tiffany to win this because I honestly don't want to see Charlotte Flair as another champion. Not yet. They need to build her up. She can't just come back and just win another one. Last of all, for night one, we've got the triple threat main event, which is Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth freaking Rollins. This match is going to be absolutely crazy, especially with all the stuff that happened on SmackDown last week. This is recorded before SmackDown tomorrow. Roman Reigns is pretty much just being by himself again. Like, he's coming back as more of the needle mover, I guess. You know, starting to become more independent. But what I see for this match, a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's going to do nothing for these three, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm fine with a good match. Does it deserve to be main event? To be honest, they could have had something else be main event. Honestly, in my opinion, they could have either had Gunter and Jey Uso be the main event, or even LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. Those two would have been really good for main events. But to me, this being a main event is literally just them being like, okay, Punk, you've come back, you've done what we've asked you to do, have a main event. That's what your story basically means. Have a main event. Basically what I think is going to happen in this match is, obviously, Paul Heyman's going to walk to the ring with CM Punk, but I think he's going to betray both Roman and Punk and become Seth's agent, I guess. Ultimately, the person I see winning is CM Punk, just purely because it makes sense. Seth and Roman have got their own sort of like feud still happening, you know, Shield, 10, 11 years. It's still going on, so it won't probably stop. What I think will happen is, instead of Roman Reigns going for the pin like he did last year, he's going to hit Seth with like a chair or something, and then Punk's going to just roll up Seth Rollins and win. That's honestly the way that I see it going, because there's still a favor there that Seth, quote-unquote, owns with Paul Heyman. So that's what I think of that match. I think it's going to be Punk, but if there is a turn, it's going to be Seth Rollins. But that sums it up for night one. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button. If you enjoy wrestling content, yeah, like I said, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try and post every couple of days. I've also got the links to my Twitch and my TikTok down below. If you guys want to hit that subscribe button and go follow me on there, I'll be live streaming my reactions to WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, and also Stand and Delivered. I'll see you guys in the next one.